In this video, I'm going to show you a simple 3-step guide on how to buy and sell ETFs in Australia using your smartphone. Spoiler alert, it's very easy. So if you're a beginner looking to invest in ETFs this year, you've clicked on the right video. Let's get straight into it. Step 1. Selecting an online broker. To invest in ETFs, you need to open an Australian online broker. This is a place you can buy and sell shares and ETFs. Now, we have many good online brokers in Australia and they all work reasonably well. However, not every broker was made equal. Some brokers have better features than others. For this demonstration, I'm going to use the Moomoo app because it has 3 important things I look for in an Australian online broker. 1. They offer CHESS sponsorship. This basically means if you buy an Australian ETF or stock, you will own the shares directly under your name. If a broker is not CHESS sponsored, then it runs under a custodial model where you do own the shares you buy, but technically it's under your broker's name. CHESS sponsorship enables you to set up where your dividends get paid to, or you can even choose to set up DRP, which is Dividend Reinvestment Plan. This means they will automatically reinvest all your dividends for you. 2. They offer both Australian and US stocks. Some online brokers only offer Australian stocks, which would be okay if you're only interested in Aussie ETFs. However, it's important to note the US market makes up over 60% of the global stock market compared to Australia, who only make up 2%. Now, you can still invest in the US market through ETFs listed on the ASX like IVV and VTS, which track the top US companies. However, having direct access to the US market allows you to invest in more niche ETFs like AI. For example, some of the best AI companies in the world are in the US, and there are several ETFs you can invest in that is not available on the ASX. As a bonus, you can also invest in the Hong Kong stock market, which includes famous Asian companies like Alibaba and Tencent. But that's a video for another day. And 3, they have some of the lowest brokerage fees in Australia for both Aussie and US stocks. Every time you buy or sell a stock, you will have to pay a brokerage fee. This is basically a service fee to your broker. You really can't get away from this fee, but you can control how little you pay. Moomoo charges $3 per trade for Australian shares or 0.03% of the trading value, whichever is higher. Usually if you buy less than $10,000, then you'll pay around $3. And they charge 99 cents per trade for US stocks. And the foreign exchange fee is 55 PIPS, which basically means you'll be paying 0.55% USD to exchange your AUD to USD. So for example, if you exchange $1,000 AUD, you'll pay $5.50 USD in FX fees. If you scroll down on their website, you can see a table that shows approximately how much you should expect to pay in different scenarios, and a fee calculator that can work out exactly what your fees will be. FYI, these are some of the lowest fees in Australia for both Aussie and US stocks. So I think Moomoo is a good option for beginners. And if you've never used Moomoo before, they currently have a generous bonus promotion. If you sign up using the link in the description, they'll give you 10 free shares, 6.8% interest on your uninvested cash for up to 180 days, and a $2,000 brokerage free card for both Aussie and US stocks, which you can use for up to 30 days. So you're basically getting free brokerage fees for a month for both Aussie and US stocks. So it's a great deal for beginners to try it out for a month without having to pay any fees. There's nothing much to lose. So if you're interested in getting all these bonuses on screen, click the link below and claim your free rewards. The sign-up process is extremely easy and only takes a few minutes. And they usually approve your application within the first hour. And once you are approved, you can download the Moomoo app on your smartphone and log in. Step 2. Funding your brokerage account. Now that your brokerage account has been set up, we need to transfer some money in there so you can buy your ETF. Let's open up the Moomoo app and click Accounts. Now, if you're a new user that just recently signed up, you should have a single account where you can buy both Aussie and US shares. If you're an existing Moomoo user from before this video, you need to double check if your account has been upgraded with CHESS sponsorship. If you click here, your account should state it's CHESS sponsored as so. If it's not, then don't worry, you just need to add an additional CHESS account. Click this link on your phone and it'll take you to this page which will allow you to apply for a CHESS sponsored account. And once you've applied, it shouldn't take long for it to be approved. For me, it only took about 10 minutes. And if you have any trouble trying to set this up, you can click here on the app to contact customer service online chat and they will help you out. From my own experience, the response time is quite fast. And if you are a new user, a prompt may come up for you to set up a 6-digit passcode. This is a security feature which you may need to enter every time you buy or sell some shares. So please go ahead and set this up if they ask you to. If you're using an iPhone, you might be able to set up Face ID instead, so you don't have to type in your code every time. Alright, to transfer some money, let's now click the account you want to fund. Select Transfers, then Deposit. Please note, the bank you transfer from has to be under your name. This is for your own security. It will now give you 2 options to fund your account. So the first option is PayID, which is the method I would recommend since it's the easiest and fastest. Most banks these days should have this PayID feature. So just copy this unique email and paste it into your bank. Then your Moomoo account details should show up and you just transfer the money like you're paying a friend. If you don't know how to use PayID, don't worry, it's very easy. I'll leave a link in the description on how to use it. Now it says here, the funds can take 5 minutes to 3 business days to come in depending on your bank. But from my own experience, the money came in instantly since it's PayID. If you don't want to use PayID for whatever reason, you can choose to transfer using the good old-fashioned BSB plus account number. So pretty self-explanatory here. I'm sure most of you have done a bank transfer using this method before. Just copy the details and paste it into your bank of choice. then transfer the money as normal. Again, it says the funds could take 5 minutes to 3 business days. Most banks these days are quite fast with approving transfers, so it really shouldn't take more than 1 business day. And once the funds have arrived, we're ready for our final step, which is step 3, buying your ETF. Alright, so now that the money has hit our account, it's time to go shopping. Now by this stage, you should have a fair idea about what ETF you want to buy. I won't go into details about the many ETFs out there in this video, but if you do want to learn about the many ETFs out there in Australia, then go check out this video in the description. I will now show you how to buy and sell an Australian ETF. And after that, since we're already on the Moomoo app, I'll show you how to buy and sell a US ETF. So for Australia, let's use the most popular ETF, which is VAS. So the ASX is open from Monday to Friday, 10 AM to 4 PM Eastern Standard Time. So I would recommend using the app during these times. But for this demonstration, I'm filming on a weekend, so everything is closed. But I can still show you how to buy. Click the Markets tab on the bottom and let's search for VAS at the top here. And there it is, Vanguard Australian Shares ETF. Let's bring it up. Now it brings you to this page which is pretty similar to every broker out there. So if you're using another online broker, it should look similar to this. So even if you're not using Moomoo, the principles in this video will apply to whatever broker you're using. You can play around with the chart here, which is displaying the historical price movement of VAS. So you can click this tab here and customize it however you want. So let's say you want to see 5 years movement. It will show you the price history and all the technical lines and comparisons in that time frame. Once you're ready to buy, click this trade button and click buy. Alright, so this may look complicated at first, but don't worry about it. It's very easy to understand. There are 2 main basic order types and other conditional orders you can do. But the rest are for more advanced investors and day traders, which probably won't apply to you since you just want to buy some ETFs. However, if you're interested with the rest, feel free to scroll through the app, which does a good job in explaining each order type. You can click this info button, which will give you a more detailed explanation of each order type. I'll explain the 2 basic orders since they are the most applicable to buying ETFs. The first is market order, which means the app will buy the shares for you at the current market value. This is the easiest way to buy your ETFs since the order will normally go through instantly. So right now, the current market value is around $93 per share. So let's say you want to buy 10 shares of VAS. Change the quantity to 10, and if you click buy, your order will get filled instantly. The second order type is by limit. This allows you to set the price you want to pay for this ETF. So say you're not happy with the current market price, and you only want to buy VAS at $90 per share. So you can set the price to $90. Let's keep the quantity at 10 shares. It will now bring up how much it will cost. Please note this does not include the brokerage fee. To see the brokerage fee, you can click the dollar symbol down here and it'll bring up the brokerage fee. So for this trade, they'll charge $3. Then you have the time in force option. So you have either day or GTC. It will explain that day means the order is valid for the rest of the day if it's not filled instantly. Filled basically means your order has been accepted. So for this example, if VAS does not decrease to $90 for the rest of the day, your order will not be filled and it will be cancelled. The next option is GTC, which stands for good till cancelled. This means your order will be valid for 90 days until the order is filled. If your order is not filled after 90 days, it will be cancelled. Let's just leave it as GTC for this example. So now if you're ready to buy, click this large buy button. It will ask you for your trading password or your Face ID to continue. So once you do that, it will unlock the order for you. If you click buy again, it will come up with this final page. So make sure you go through and check everything is correct, and once you're ready, click confirm. You can now see your open order down here where you can edit or cancel it. So since this is a limit order, it's unlikely that the order will be filled immediately. However, if VAS does drop to $90 or lower in the next 90 days, this order will be automatically filled. If you want the order to go through immediately, you can go back and change it to market order and follow the same steps. Once you click the buy button, the order should go through immediately. And congratulations, you are now an ETF owner. Now let's say you want to sell your ETF. You can basically follow the exact same steps except you click the sell button. If you want to sell it quick, you can choose the market order. Say you own 10 shares and you want to sell them all. Let's increase the quantity to 10. So this amount is approximately how much you will receive for selling your shares, not including brokerage fees. However, for this example, let's stick with limit order. So say you only want to sell VAS for $100. You can increase the price to $100. You can change the quantity to how many shares you want to sell, but for this example, let's keep the quantity at 10. So here is the amount you will potentially receive if this order is filled. For time in force, let's select GTC since it's unlikely the share price will increase to $100 by today. Again, you can check your brokerage fee by clicking this dollar symbol and it's confirmed to be $3. So let's go back and click sell. So again, it will bring up the order summary for you, and if you're ready, click confirm. And your order will then be added to your open orders. Again, if you want to sell faster, you can choose to put the order type as market, which would then be sold instantly. And Moomoo follows the usual T+2 settlement, which means you'll receive your money in your account in 2 business days. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to buy a US ETF. So in this example, I'll use VOO, which is one of the most popular ETFs in the US. It tracks the famous S&P 500 index, which is made up of 500 of the largest US companies. So if you own even 1 share of this ETF, it means you are a tiny part owner of these companies. And of course, this is not a buy recommendation. I'm not a financial advisor and is not financial advice. All the examples I use in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. So let's click the markets tab and search for VOO. And there it is. Let's click it to get to the summary page. Let's click trade and buy. Now it's very similar to buying an Australian ETF. The easiest way is to use the market order. Say you want to buy 5 shares of VOO. Adjust the quantity and the amount will come to around this number. For time in force, you can leave it as day if it's a market order. Then we can check the brokerage fee by clicking this dollar symbol. So it will cost around $1 to make this trade. If you're happy with all this, you can click buy and continue, and that should be it. However, let's go back and change the order type to limit. Say we want to buy 5 shares of VOO at $440. Let's adjust the number like so, and it will now reflect the new amount. You may notice this new session tab. This allows you to choose whether you want to buy during the pre-market, regular hours, or post-market. In Australia, you can only buy shares during regular open hours. However, in the US, you can trade before and after the regular market hours. The regular trading hours in the US run from Monday to Friday, 9:30 AM to 4 PM Eastern Time. Then there is a pre-market before opening and a post-market after closing. Now most of the action will be done during the regular trading hours. You can choose the pre, post, or overnight trading, but there is less liquidity since there are less people willing to trade during these times. For most orders, I would suggest just selecting regular trading hours, but it is a cool feature to have if you can't wait or want to take advantage of some big news. Let's change the time in force to GTC so that your order will be active for 90 days. You will get this order summary as usual, so just double check to ensure everything is correct. Again, if you want to sell quicker and get your order filled immediately, then you can go with the market order. Let's now quickly go over how to sell US ETFs. So it's exactly the same as our Australian example. Click sell, choose your market type, so either limit or market. I'll leave it as limit for this example. Pick the price you want to sell for. So let's say for example, you only want to sell 5 shares of VOO, but only for $500 each. Let's change the price to $500 and leave it as 5 shares. I would recommend leaving it at regular trading hours, and let's leave it as GTC for the time in force. So let's check our brokerage fee, which is around $1. Then click the sell button. Please carefully check your order detail, and once you're ready, click confirm. Then it will be added to your order list, and it will be filled if VOO increases to $500 per share in the next 90 days. And that's about it for buying and selling shares. See? It's not that hard, right? Anyone can do it. By the way, if you're enjoying this video or found it helpful, comment the word burger down below so I know who you are. And if you're new around here, what are you waiting for, mate? Subscribe to this channel and join this awesome community. Also, be sure to sign up to my free newsletter, Aussie Money Club, where once a week I'll send you some money tips, what's happening in the markets, and any cool life updates from me. And I think it's a nice way for us to build a deeper connection. And if you're interested to learn more about all the wonderful ETFs available on the Australian stock market, then check out this video on screen where I go over some of the most popular ETFs in Australia. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.